Alrighty, good morning, fellas. How are we doing? I'm still in the Safari Zone because that's where I was at last time on stream, so I have a few steps here left to do, but there's also a Spheal catch event going on, I believe, right now. I think it started around 22 minutes ago at noon, so honestly, I might go check that out, even though I'm super late. You know, catch events are fun. It's always cool to check it out. So after this, after I finish the little Safari trip, I'll probably head over there. It's at Shoal Cave in OU. I'll go see if I can catch a few Spheals and see if I can get some good IVs. There is a shiny Spheal up for grabs as the prize, so we'll see what happens with that. Other than that, dude, pretty simple. Good morning. Shiny hunting time. How are you guys doing today? What's up? What's up? My teammaster had a shiny Lapras that fled the other day. 12 balls. It's the scariest part about the Lapras shiny encounter in the Safari Zone is that I always hear them stay like up over like 10 Safari balls. I've heard 11. I've heard 12. Oh man, that's like the most painful part is imagine being in an encounter for so long and you just don't know if it's going to catch or not. Like there's more emotional buildup, you know, after failing 10 Safari balls. It hurts even more that way. That's brutal. Alrighty, there's the Safari trip over. I believe it's in OU Shoal Cave. I don't even know exactly where that's at. We'll have to rush over, see how many Spheals we can get. Okay, apparently Shoal Cave is north of Moss Deep City. We're going to have to do a little bit of adventuring here, Chad. It's been a while. It's been a while. Is a catch event different from an alpha or regular swarm? Absolutely, man. Alphas and swarms are like in-game mechanics, right? Catch events are community hosted or officially hosted by the dev events. I didn't really prepare for this at all, but I have a catching umbrella. Here's Shoal Cave. Look at all the people in here. I've got to run out of my rappel. This is a cool area. I'm never really in here. Is there any like cool sweet scent in here? This is a pretty neat location. There's Celios in here. Really cool little background. I like the sandy beach area inside of a cave. You don't see that very often. So you can catch Celios and Spheals for this event. Spheal is +5 points and then Celio is -2. So it is a little less good to catch Celios, but they still give you rolls at possibly having high IVs. So I'm going to go ahead and catch whatever I can. I just made a crazy trade. 3 Shadow Bone Clubs for 750 Cherish Balls. Should I do an opening? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh my goodness, 750 Cherish Balls. Good for you, dude. What's the value? What are you looking at right there? What's the value of 750 mysterious Cherish Balls at around 94, 95k a piece or so? Let's say 95. It makes the number a little cleaner. This times 750. That is no way. Wait, how much are Shadow Bone Clubs? How did you get this trade? Oh, Shadow Bone Clubs, to be fair. Wow. More than I expected. That's actually... Wait, really? I didn't realize Shadow Bone Clubs have gone up so much. That's pretty shocking to me. What are normal Bone Clubs at? I actually prefer the look of normal Bone Club, but it depends. The blue glow can throw off certain outfits. That's pretty interesting. My friends are savages saying open. I would not risk 70 million Pokeyen on a shiny light. But, you know, do what you want to do, man. I would not recommend it. I would not recommend it. I bought 9 Bone Clubs in 2022 for like 4 to 8 mil a piece. It really paid off, dude. That's perfect example of one of those incredible investments, man. 4 to 8 mil a piece, 9 of them. Congratulations, man. You killed that investment. Slaughtered the market. It's always a great thing to see. Ooh, that's a nice catch. Not crazy. Nothing crazy for the event, but damn, 2 times 31. I will take it. That should make me a little bit of profit on the 30 minutes or so that I'm here. That was pretty lucky. Realistically, what IVs would win an event? Generally, I would say around 172 gets first place in an event. I would say around 168 to 170 gets like second place. And then I would say around 166 to 168 gets third place. That's general from what I've seen from many events. That's generally what I see. And then fourth place is usually like 18 overall score. There's a 1 times 31 as well with 26 plus and 3 other stats. We'll take it. On a scale of 1 to 10, how rare would you say Shiny Milotic is? Shiny Milotic is decently rare, like Phoebus / Milotic hunts. It's kind of an egg hunt, kind of fishing. It's probably better to do fishing. I would say it's slightly less rare than an egg hunt because of that, because you can fish for it in a 50% chance spot. However, you have to like find that spot, which is really tough. Man, it's tough. On a scale of 1 to 10. Now, am I rating this on my shiny ratings? Like whenever I do shiny ratings, Milotic is probably like a 5 out of 10, but that's like really harsh, right? If I were to give it a genuine score outside of shiny ratings, it's probably up there as like a 7 or an 8 out of 10, something like that in terms of rarity. Hey Pat, if PokeMMO had New Game Plus challenge modes such as RuneScape Iron Man or Nuzlocke or Shiny Only, what other challenges would you like to see? I really think the big ones would just be like an official Nuzlocke mode in PokeMMO, a hardcore Nuzlocke mode. Like those alone would be some of the coolest things. Maybe a region locked, but that gets a little... Depends how many people would actually play that. The biggest things is if PokeMMO had official Nuzlocke modes and official hardcore, where you'd have like a badge next to your name to identify that, similar to Iron Man and RuneScape. I think it would be it would literally be such a big hit for the game. I think that would bring in so many Nuzlocke fans to show like how far they could bring their long-term progress on an account. Man, I'm getting quite a lot of good IV Celios. I'm getting pretty decent luck here today. Pretty happy about that. Nothing worth really submitting for the event itself, but solid profit when doing a catch event is always nice. Hey Pat, how do you get the Ocarina things when you don't need the HM in your party? Also, best place to IV train. So EV train in Kanto for Elite Four. So I have some EV training guides on my channel. In terms of Ocarinas, you just buy them from the gift shop. If you look up Ocarina Explained, I do have a guide on it as well. Ocarinas are an item that allow you to use HMs without having to have the Pokemon in your party know HMs. They're just sort of a fun little convenience item. Hey Pat, what do you think about Roserade in competitive? I'm just not the most competitively experienced person. I don't keep up with it that much. So what I would do, if someone asked me a question like that, I would just check like, hey, how is Roserade doing in PvP? So not an OU Pokemon, as you can tell. It seems like Roserade is usually a decent UU Pokemon, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty fast special attacker, having access to a decently fast Sleep Powder and Giga Drain. Also almost always running like Hidden Power Ice, I'm pretty sure. So they go Black Sludge, which is super solid. Timid, 52, almost 53% win rate. Not of super high usage, as you can see, at 4.84%. So it's kind of on the lower end, but Hidden Power Ice, I think you can actually outspeed Salamence, if I'm not mistaken, if they were to stick in, or if you could predict your 90 speed. Actually, I thought you were 110 speed, so maybe you don't. It sounds like what, 100 or so? Yeah, 100. So Salamence does outspeed you, unfortunately, unless you go like Scarf to specifically get it. But Technician Hidden Power is nice. You can do some cool stuff on Roserade. Roserade's a pretty interesting... You have to like play pretty well with it. You can use it to set up Toxic Spites if you can bring it in and force out a switch. Like, I think Roserade's a fantastic Pokemon in PvP from my limited understanding. You probably have to play very skillfully with it. And like, you have to predict your opponent pretty well, I feel like, to do well with Roserade. Roserade's my favorite Pokemon. I don't know what to play for PvP. Yeah, I think you could absolutely run Roserade very competitively in UU. I would do something like, off the top of my head, I would think something like Giga Drain, Hidden Power Ice, Toxic Spikes, and like Sleep Powder, something like that. But someone in chat who plays a little more, especially UU, like is a format that I don't play very much. I played the least UU out of any format, and it's changed so much with like the legendaries and stuff being in it. Someone in chat might be able to give you better support. There's also a chat in my Discord called PvP Chat, where there's a lot of really talented people in there, dude. You should for sure go abuse that information. Okay, regarding the video this morning, because a lot of people are panicking about it, and I tried really hard to present the information strongly but carefully. In terms of shiny locked accounts, guys, if you are playing the game at all normally, or are making storyline progress at all, you're probably not shiny locked, right? The only people that are shiny locked are people like me on my alt account, where I'm like literally running back and forth on Route 1, right? Keep in mind, I did a challenge where I speed ran to a shiny Pokemon from scratch, right? And in that challenge, I like speed ran up to Celadon City. I got like 2 or 3 gym badges, and then I did ×5 hordes, and I got a shiny within around an hour. So that account wasn't shiny locked because I made even just 2 to 3 gym badges of storyline progress. Basically, Rach was saying that if you have one region complete, there is no possible way you could be shiny locked. But even then, if you have a few gym badges, you're probably definitely not shiny locked, right? It's really only people like me who are psychopaths who are running back and forth on Route 1 on a fresh account for a super niche challenge run. It's that, and then it's bot accounts, and that's it. Like, those are the only people who are quote unquote getting shiny locked. So don't let it scare you, don't let it fearmonger you. I really try to present stuff like that carefully and calmly, but even then it feels like a lot of people just they get worried, you know. And I want to hopefully not fearmonger, not have people over worry like that. Hopefully that explains it a bit more. So for the first time ever, I did actually get confirmation from a developer that they do at least skim through my content occasionally, which was pretty cool. Now, this is just Rach. I kind of doubt that Q or anybody's watching my content, but I could be wrong. But Rach went on to say in our DMs, this is probably fine to share. Rach, one of the developers, the first time I've ever DM'd a developer, which also felt kind of cool about the shiny lock stuff, said, so I said, at the end of the conversation, I said, feel free to reach out to me in the future if I can be of use to the PokeMMO team. Just like a quick little ender, you know, nice extension of the hand. And Rach responded, honestly, just keep doing what you're doing. I actually occasionally skim through your content for your takes on what we can be doing better. It's very helpful to see the perspectives of different player types. And that's all I could ever ask for. I hope I present a good voice. I hope I present a good voice for the calm, respectful, but still critiquing, right? Veteran player, and how I'm trying to improve the hardcore players experience, but also not take away from like the new players. Like I really do try to keep in mind that PokeMMO in most games are saved by and ran by and carried by new players and casual players. Like games just can't survive without thousands and thousands of people who log in a few hours a week, or even like a few hundred hours for a bit and then never come back. And that's okay. Like the game needs those players for a ton of reasons. And the game should somewhat be not balanced around those players, but it should consider those players. But hopefully we still balance mostly around the hardcore players to a decent extent. But obviously it depends case by case. But hopefully I offer a good lens or offer a good perspective over to Rach and the devs. It's crazy that they hopefully could get some ideas from me sometimes. And hopefully they help the game, make it better for the future. That means Rach knows about your unsatisfaction with Mysterious Balls. I hope so. Like once again, I always try to say I love the devs. They've done a great job. They've stuck it through and through. I know the developers have to deal with so many droolers on the forums. Like they have to, man, the developers have to truly sift through so much garbage to find good feedback. But I am not a fan of Mysterious Balls. I think they are bad for the game. I think they really hurt shiny hunting integrity. The fact that, I've said it a million times, but the fact that someone can swipe a credit card and potentially open up a shiny Glaceon, breed it down into a shiny Eevee, and then say, hey, look at my OT shiny Eevee, and then you don't know if they actually spent the 2,000 to 4,000 hours to hunt for it, or if they just popped it off a Cherish Ball. You just don't know. And that, I don't love that. I don't love that for so long we've respected the shunting system, with the OT system, with the breeding system. Like they have all these things in place. They know, like they must know, like they literally put all of these things in place to respect and have an integral shunting system, but then they just want it out of Mysterious Balls. So it just feels like a spit in the face to all of that work they've been doing over the past, 10 years. So it's unfortunate, but I don't know. I think they know it was kind of like a cash grab thing, I assume, and they're just kind of okay with that trade-off. I don't like that, but what are you gonna do? Hopefully they don't add more like that in the future. I mean, one strike isn't a strikeout. You kind of just have to take it step by step, and hopefully they just keep making better decisions for the game. I feel like they added a money sink because there's so much inflation right now, but Mysterious Balls aren't really a money sink, right? Because you're trading Pokeyen, you're trading hands. Like when you buy Mysterious Balls, right? You're trading another player 10 mil or whatever for X Mysterious Balls, and the money is just trading hands. You're just sinking the balls out of the game. So they're actually like not a money sink at all, right? For something to be a money sink, it specifically has to the money has to go to an NPC, like breeding braces or stuff like that. So Mysterious Balls don't actually act as a money sink. I think they're just bad for the game. But there shouldn't be inflation, from my understanding. Like a lot of people claim inflation over certain things. I haven't really seen any. It's always going to happen gradually over time, but I haven't seen any drastic inflation. I've seen the lowering of value of good IV Pokemon due to so many people catching Pokemon and stuff like that, but then breeding gets better. I don't think inflation's an issue right now. I think they have the Pokeyen sinking alongside the Pokeyen coming into the game at a pretty good rate. I think they've done forum posts talking about that as well. That's just how I feel. I could be wrong. Event finish, Pat? this you're right. This is like 1 minute too late, so this catch actually won't count, but that's okay. I like, honestly, showing up to events late. I used to never do that. That's the end of the Spheal catching event. I definitely didn't get anything worth submitting, but good luck to anybody who possibly did. It was still a lot of fun. Even showing up a little bit late, like you just have a chance to get a really sick catch in catch event, so I'd always recommend it. I'm only 5 encounters away from 58,000 encounters. So let's go ahead and pop 1 sweet scent. I'm going to get 5 Celios here. Please no shiny. Perfect. Give me a clean 58k. Coolio. Now let's go actually do some rare shunts. Okay, with the event over, I'm going to head over to Honey Trees and do some of those. We got a golden Kappa train happening in Twitch chat right now. I've literally never seen that before. The classic 2013 Twitch meme of golden Kappa check. Did they actually implement that? Is that a recent update? I've never seen that before. We ended up getting 23 Spheal / Celios in like 30 to 40 minutes. We showed up super late, so pretty happy with that. I always forget about that series alpha, but yeah, I did a money making series on my channel at some point called like PokeMMO Money Making Mania. And I think the goal, what was the goal? It was because I did that series because it was like after an event season or some shit. It was like after an event and I had spent all my cash on investments. So I was like, I'm gonna like build back up my cash pile in like a short amount of time. And I think I aimed for like 5 to 10 mil Pokeyen within like a week or so or something like that. And I think it worked out. I forget exactly how that series went. During my Cranidos hunt, yeah, I was trying to desperately raise the funds for that, and that was a fun series to do. Do you like Relicanth Shiny? I absolutely love Relicanth Shiny. That Pokemon is super underrated as a shiny, but it's a difficult hunt, dude. Like Relicanth is notoriously, it's a really hard fishing hunt, dude. But what a goddamn pretty look at this. Are you kidding me? There's not that many in the game because it's a tough shunt, dude. You have to go, the best way is, yeah, Super Rod, Route 226. You know, it's uncommon, but it's so hard, man. It's so tough. I might even, you know what? I'm down to go do a few Relicanth encounters today. What did I say, Route 226? I'd be super down to try that. It's one of those situations where like, oh, you know, I'm super dry. Let's try some of those tough hunts, you know? Same as yesterday with like Chidinja Hunt or whatever, you know? It's a perfect time. Let's learn some new tough shunts, you know? I knew I could brainwash you into hunting it. Dude, you got me. You fucking nailed me on it, dude. Hey, sometimes I'm easily influenced. When it comes to like going to shunt a new thing, that's just fun and exciting, dude. Why not, you know? Chat gets to decide where I shunt sometimes. That's fun. They really need to stack them. That's so ugly. You're 100% correct. That would be a really quick quality of life update if the devs really do skim through my content. Yo, Rach, love you so much. You do a shit ton for the community. Could you please pass along that? Can we get Vanity stacked? I'm sure it's not a problem for that many people, but like for any hardcore player, you have stacks and stacks and stacks of this stuff. Like you have so many that look at my inventory. Like, look at this for vanities. Like, how am I actually supposed to go through and find? I can't. I have to search for everything. Like, I forget what vanities I have all the time. I like that it's sorted by gloves and legs and bite. Like, that's kudos. Like, you guys killed it there. But man, I really do need, if I've got 60 Cobons, I don't need all of them individually shown as ×1. That is super overwhelming, you know? Same with like bunny tails. Like I have a bunch of bunny tails, you know? Can we just stack these if possible, please? What do you think your in-game net worth is? It's probably somewhere around 600 mil at this point, but that's also including shinies, which I would obviously never sell. So it's a little different, but probably around 500 to 600 mil. Also, keep in mind, I mean, I spent 150 mil on my Cranidos hunt. Like, that was a brutal cost. I was hurting for Pokeyen constantly then. That was tough, dude. I did not find a Trubbish yesterday. I just went there for a few hundred encounters. You don't like the Dragon Mounts? The Dragon Mounts are cool. I just prefer the floating motorcycle personally. I like the little sleeker look. I'm not really a superhero guy, but I do like Ghost Rider. I always talk about like Ghost Rider, fucking funny little retro take of the day. Ghost Rider had a sick PS2 game. Very God of War style. If you're a God of War fan or like those like beat 'em ups with like edgy aesthetics, Dante's Inferno, God of War, Ghost Rider on PS2. If you haven't played it, man, go try the Ghost Rider PS2 game. It's actually so fun and has some unique mechanics and great boss fights and some like motorcycle levels in between, which really breaks up the monotony. All right, but anyway, let's go do that Relicanth hunt, dude. Someone told me to. Someone talked about it for 2 seconds, and that's all I need. Let's go grab our Exceldor. So whenever you do a fishing shunt, I strongly recommend grabbing a sticky hold Pokemon. It increases your encounters dramatically. So I have a shiny Exceldor that I use for this. I'll go ahead and throw my adamant thing over there. Sticky Hold is ability that increases the chance of bites while fishing. Yeah, Sticky Hold or Suction Cups. You can use Artillery. There's a few different Pokemon that work for it. It's really, really important. It is drastically helpful. I don't know what the best way to get over to this route is. I'm probably going to go, honestly, over here and then head north. I don't know which way is easier. Shiny Stunfisk looks sick. Shiny Stunfisk is super underrated. I really, really like Shiny Stunfisk. It's my third favorite shiny. It's super underrated. Dude, this spot, okay, it's honestly not that bad to get to. You do have to, like, bike up through that sandy area. But, yeah, I used to watch. There was a streamer I used to watch. There was a streamer who spent a lot of time here, dude, going for Shiny Relicanth. Let's see all the other spawns here. I'm going to pop some lures as well to get slightly more encounters. Fishing is one of those shunts. I always kind of complain about fishing. I feel like it needs a slight buff. Maybe like just like a super small buff. Because the encounters, you get around 220 encounters per hour fishing. There's Gyarados here. I don't want that. You get around 220 encounters per hour doing fishing shunting. You get around 300 if you do singles, and you can even get, like, it depends how many Ditto boxes you can find, but like if you're egg hunting, it's kind of like, why would you go for a fishing shunt when you could just do singles for more encounters and, you know, cheaper / same cost, or just go egg hunt like for a rarer Pokemon? It's just, it's tough to weave in why you'd want to go for a fishing shunt unless you really, 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 really like that Pokemon. But then there's even people like me who, like, I really like Relicanth. I really like Shelder, right? I really like Whalmer. These are both fish. These are all fishing shunts, but I kind of just knock them down on the list because it's like, why would I do a fishing shunt when I just go do singles, you know? So there's a Relicanth spawn though. Wait. Do you know how rare this is? Holy shit. Someone redeemed a price check and then sent me this. Do you know what you have? I don't know if you're flexing. Do you know how expensive this is? I would go, like, I'm gonna have to actually reject your price check request because I don't have the knowledge to properly price check this. Even I don't have that knowledge. 255 EV Mons are so rare. They're not possible anymore mechanically. I think Ox said, the last time I heard, Ox said they went for like 80 mil or something like that. It's something ridiculous. Yeah, I already saw it's 2012. I know it's expensive, but I have no clue how expensive. I would try to hit up I can't even help you. I'm gonna have to refund your points because I don't even have the expertise for this. This is like high level niche market collectors, rich as hell gamers, you know? It is niche stuff. Yeah, 255 EV Pokemon are super niche. They only existed back in 2012, maybe 2013-ish. Like, they didn't exist for very long. And I think a lot of them got reverted to 252s at some point. But if you had them, like, in your mailbox or, like, in your party, or, like, there were a few niche situations where some of them would keep the 255. They wouldn't get reverted or whatever. That's so crazy. That is seriously so crazy, dude. Congratulations. What a treasure to hold. I sniped it for around 150k off the GTL a few days ago. No shot. You're telling me you bought that 255 EV Pokemon for... No way. Bro, that is a snipe of a... You just made like 80 mil profit, like, off of a snipe. That's about as good as it gets, dude. That's phenomenal. Congratulations. Man, hit the jackpot. King of flipping. That is ridiculously impressive. Now, it might not actually be worth 80 mil. Keep in mind, like, once again, I refunded your points because I don't know the exact price check, but I know it's like ridiculously expensive. I would hit up someone like Ock if they're willing to give you your time, you know. Hit up a player who is even more high level, even more in that high market scene, who's willing to give you their time. That's super impressive. Man, I have to choose between games or bass fishing. That's a tough choice for a young man. Much love to you, Jebediah. That's awesome. Oh, what are you shunting for right now, by the way? Relicanth for a little bit for fun. Someone recommended it, and it's a pretty neat spot. You're gonna play Clampearl In OU today, dude? Yeah. So for those who don't know, it's such a niche fucking mechanic, dude. If you put a deep sea tooth on Clampearl, it doubles its special attack stat. A lot of people might see that as like obvious. Dude, I had no... One of the times I've gotten the hardest swept in all of Pokemon was, yes, I got swept by a deep sea tooth Trick Room Clampearl in NU, and I just got... Dude, I got obliterated. This Pokemon, it can actually be kind of a demon. This Pokemon, look at its stats look ridiculous. It looks horrible. But this thing can kind of, when you double 74 special attack base, like, it kind of makes it cracked, you know? 148 special attack, like, also you're doubling the stat, not just the, like, its special attack actually becomes filthy, but it's so slow, and it's tough to get attacks off. But I don't know, man. If you see a Clampearl in PvP, just learn from my mistake, respect it. Respect it as, like, a glass cannon that can actually pop the fuck off. Seen this man on trees, bushes, and now even water, yet no shiny. Feels bad. I have truly been hunting all over the universe, dude. I appreciate the hopium, the love. Partial, much love to you, dude. Hopefully you get a shiny today as well, dude. Also, PvP hot take. I think Baton Pass wouldn't have been as big of an impact on everything as everyone thinks. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I'm super biased. I hate Baton Pass. Baton Pass was easily the most broken and least fun meta I've ever played in all of Pokemon PvP. Like, I hated it. Like, Baton Pass in PokeMMO, when it was meta and every fucking team just ran like Scizor, Umbreon / Vaporeon. Like, it was just, the issue with Baton Pass is Baton Pass just ends up making stronger Pokemon even stronger. Like, it's cool when Baton Pass is used for like Tail Glow Illumise to like set up a Tail Glow and then like pass that to a, like, that's cool, right? But the issue is you end up just taking good Pokemon like Cosmic Power Clefable, or like you just make it good Pokemon even better. It doesn't actually, like, Baton Pass could be cool in theory, and it could be a way to make bad Pokemon good, but you just end up sticking. But the over distribution of Baton Pass just made it horrible and unfun, in my opinion. I really hated Baton Pass. That I was not a fan. That meta was the worst I've ever played in all of Pokemon, hands down. Pat, check Mysterious Premium Ball prices. Someone bought them all. I mean, that would be good news for me. Let's check them out, dude. Especially like premieres. I was shocked to see premieres were like one of the ones I had done quote unquote the least good on, but like I feel like they have so much potential. Yeah, it's up to, these are clearly bought out up to 500k. These are all the 2022 ones, which don't have the increased shiny rates. They're not nearly as good. So like, there's only one here for 500k, and then two for 750, and then a couple for 1 mil. I've been saying for a very long time, it wouldn't surprise me if the Mysterious Premieres went up to 1 mil Pokeyen in like a pretty quick amount of time. Now once you start pushing past that, it probably gets a little more I don't know. It's a little more complicated. I never opened these ones. It's because they're so stupid expensive. How are Mysterious Greats doing? Mysterious Pokeballs. Let's see. Fantastic. Mysterious. I shouldn't keep getting rid of Mysterious. I can't spell either. Mysterious Ultras, 140, doing solid. Cherish. I didn't invest in them. They're sitting pretty at 95k. I think Premieres could be pretty crazy, man. They're so big. I bought most of mine for 300k. So if they hit 600k, it's like a 100% price increase, which I'm pretty proud of. When do you decide to sell something? Just when you have a goal that needs cash? Good question. When do I decide to sell something? I honestly just don't. One of my biggest problems, I guess, not really a problem, I haven't really sold off many investments, if any. I pretty much just like make new capital by doing gym reruns or by flipping or like getting donations, you know, for streamer privilege, right? I very rarely sold off investments. I kind of just hold and hold and hold, and they just keep going up and up and up in value, and my net worth just keeps going up and up and up because of it. So I mean, I always say, dude, that's why I get frustrated when people say you can't like catch up in Pokemon or it's too late or whatever. I made every bad financial decision possible in Pokemon up until like 2021. Like, I only started making good financial decisions and investments in 2021. I pretty much went from 0 net worth in 2021 after coming back to the game and just gambling everything off like a dumb 15-year-old. I came back in 2021. Started from scratch, essentially. No shinies or anything. And now I'm at like 500 or 600 mil. And I would argue that like probably like 1 to 200 mil, probably 200 mil has been donated. But at the same time, I spent 150 mil on Cranidos, things like that, right? But like I've easily gotten like 400 mil Pokeyen on my own from net worth like over the past 3 years or so. Which is also slow. You could do it faster for sure. You definitely can. You can rebuild. Anyone can come in, make a ton of money, make smart. It's all smart decisions and better decisions, and just be safe and patient with your Pokemon and with your investments. What was your biggest money pit you fell into and being financially inept in PokeMMO? Just gambling, dude. Like, there was, so back in 2015 or 20, when the candy cane came out, I always tell this story. When the look at its price now. So when the candy cane came out in 2015, it was like, this thing was like 16 to 30 mil during the Christmas event, which we had never seen before. We had never seen a vanity be that expensive during an event. That was unheard of. This was like one of the first ultra rares to ever, like, it was crazy. It was a big deal. So I had around 8 million Pokeyen cash at that time. And 8 million cash in 2015 was pretty solid. Like, that was 8 mil cash in 2015 is probably equivalent to like 50 to 80 mil nowadays. Like, it was a big difference. So I spent all 8 mil of my cash on Christmas presents, right? And I gambled for the candy cane. Didn't get it. Sold off everything I got from those Christmas presents and then went into my boxes and liquidated. I sold almost all my comps. I sold like a bunch of stuff. Utility Pokemon level 100s. My like 2013 starter Blastoise. I sold a bunch of stuff, dude. And I got like back to 8 more mil Pokeyen. And then I spent all of that on Christmas presents. And then I opened everything and I ended up with 3 Holly hair clips, which at the time were worth 20k a piece. And then a bunch of other just useless stuff. And I quit the game. And then I came back to the game like 2 or 3 years later, and I saw, oh shit, Holly hair clips are now worth 100k a piece? You're telling me this dog shit vanity that was 20k a piece is now 100k? Oh, easiest sell of my life. I sell those off, have 300k to my name, and I mean, now look at them. Dude, I made every bad financial decision. I gambled. I didn't make investments. I didn't plan for the future. Oh my God, it was horrible. Every bad decision possible. It's just a dumb teenager, right? Up until 2021. So you can always rebuild. You can always rebuild. Do you think Holly hair clip indirectly made you not want to sell investments anymore? Dude, maybe. Like, I'm sure there's a mental part of me, like a subconscious part of me that's like, I don't want to ever have that happen again. You know? Dude, probably. It's probably some part of it for sure. Okay, I'm gonna switch it up from the Gyarados hunt, or the Relicanth hunt. I keep seeing Gyaradoses. I'm gonna head over to Kanto in a sec and probably do Ruin Valley so that we can have a chance at whatever legendary is up for grabs right now, as well as just going for, I would love a shiny Yanma, man. Shiny Yanma would be the big one for me. Why even sell stuff at 40 mil Pokeyen? It's a good question. Like, if I don't need the cash, why would I sell investments? There's a couple different reasons. You would sell because you think it's going to be at like a peak for this, is like going to be the peak for a while now. If I wanted to do an egg hunt, like egg hunts cost 100 to 150 mil, so I would need more cash for that. If I wanted to reinvest into a better thing, let's say I was holding on to an investment that's going to gain like 20% ROI, return on investment each year. If I think Mysterious Balls will do better, it's sometimes worth to sell off that investment to get into one that I believe will do better. That's really, really risky though. You have to be super careful with that, but Good question. Really good question. We're gonna head over to Kanto. Keep in mind, for the Ruin Valley spot, you do actually need a runaway Pokemon or like a ghost type, because you will run into Wobbuffets with Shadow Tag, and they can lock you into the battle, which you don't want to have happen. So which Raticate should I bring? Patrouski, Backseater, or Lead? I usually bring Lead players, so I feel like I might just bring that one. Kind of just not really switch it up. Same thing. I feel like Lead players usually hopefully gives me some good luck towards a shiny. I'll put Exceldor back in the box. Don't need that for the time being. Double catching Pokemon. This should be, ooh, nice Bulbasaur. Someone just think they got a wild shiny Bulbasaur recently. That's insane, dude. Congratulations, man. Why do monotype gym leaders have some weird mons during the reruns, like Blaine with Articuno? Because they're fucking hard, dude. Like, even during the during the main storyline, like the quote-unquote like monotype people, like Blaine's Arcanine has like Wild Charge. All of his other Pokemon have like Solar Beam. Like, they have the perfect counters to water and ground types. So I always say Blaine is probably the hardest, in my opinion. Blaine's probably the hardest gym leader in all of PokeMMO, in my opinion. He has perfect counters. Like, unless you have like, for my Nuzlocke, I brought a Kingdra. Kingdra is a great counter to Blaine because it can dodge a lot of the like it takes neutral damage from like Solar Beam, Wild Charge, a lot of that stuff because of the dragon typing. So like Kingdra's super good. If you bring that, it's pretty easy. But if you just bring like a water or a ground type to try to fuck up Blaine, you're gonna get fucked up, and it's pretty scary. It's a tough fight, and they're really fast and just powerful and strong. Good Pokemon. Chat is screaming for Safari Zone. You know what, chat? I actually don't care. Whenever you're this dry, you start to lose your mind a little. Well, this dry. It could be a lot worse. I'm not trying to complain. It's more so for fun, right? Let's head over to Johto Safari Zone. We started at the Safari Zone. We end in the Safari Zone, okay? For better or for worse. I'll see you guys in 20 hours after I get this shiny Lapras. Shiny incoming? I hope so, dude. For the content, dude. Rocky Beach area. Lapras is the play. Secret shiny. Ooh, someone called secret shiny on the second safari trip. That's the call. Okay, we'll see if it happens. We'll see. This is a sick shiny to pick for your outfit, Daltoff. Whirlipede. Underrated shiny, dude. The shiny Whirlipede with the purple Cthulhu mask. Underrated. Excuse me. Underrated drip, dude. Hey, Pat, do you think PvP rewards are worth grinding for? The PvP, like, it's tough. I've been saying for a while, PvP rewards probably aren't good enough. They probably need to be buffed. The PvP Pokemon are really good to grind for if you don't have a comp version of that Pokemon. However, if the comp Pokemon you win from that season needs hidden ability access, for example, like probably Sableye, it's not worth paying the 300,000 Pokeyen for Prismatic Pearl to transfer over hidden ability access on a Mon that would take like 150k to breed. So it's like, it's not worth to do it if it needs hidden ability access to be good. Number one, that was the issue with like the recent Dragonite I talked about. That was a good YouTube short that did well. And then secondly, it's like, it's only good if you don't already have a comp of it, / it's like better than your current comp, which, so like they can be good. And then even then it's like, the main reward of PvP, I would say the longer you play PvP and the longer you play PokeMMO, the less good the rewards become. If you're new to PvP and you need a bunch of PvP Pokemon, these rewards are awesome. These rewards are fantastic for getting people competitive teams without ever having to actually pay for them or build them themselves. It's super, super good. It's a great way to get free Pokemon and free comps and build teams for new players. However, they just fall off really hard as you get better and better. But PvP tournament rewards are insane. They are so good. You like eight, this is like fine. Like Gift Milotic, similar thing. Really good IVs. 800k Pokeyen though, that's not bad. Here's an OU tournament. Shiny Gift Magnemite, competitive, plus 1300 RP. That's an insane reward. Like most PvP tournaments get pretty good rewards. Like 800k there. Gift Eevee plus 1000 RP. Gift Bronzor plus 800k. What is this? Gift Shiny Shellos plus 1000 RP. Each plus 1000 RP is like 2 mil or whatever, right? Like the PvP rewards are awesome. They're like tournament rewards are actually so good. The problem is you have to be good enough to actually win a PvP tournament, which is really hard, man. I would love to one day start working on that and like do a little PvP arc, but winning a tournament is way different from being like high ranked in the ladder. Tournaments get really competitive and are super tough. Would you be on board if the devs implemented a VGC format of doubles to PvP? Yeah, the doubles is weird in Pokemon because it's 6v6 as opposed to take 6, bring 4 or whatever, right? VGC is. I'm just not a doubles player, so it wouldn't be right for me to give my opinion. My opinion would be whatever the doubles players want. Like whatever the doubles players feel is best for the game, I would trust their judgment. They're the one putting the time and effort into that tier. I don't want to, you know, if I don't play doubles, why the fuck would my opinion matter? You know, I think that's really important. Dude, you know what? Yeah, there's a Meganium Swarm in Johto right now. If I got my least favorite starter, the starter Pokemon that I shit on all the time, Shiny in PokeMMO, that's kind of funny. I want to go check that just for the chance of the meme. No Shiny Meganium. Can you guys believe this? Shake my head. Must be Shiny locked, right, chat? Actually, true and real. Let's go do a good old honey tree route. All right, I feel like basketball talk is going to be a good place to call it, fellas. It's been a good stream. Still no shiny, but that's just how the dice roll. We'll hopefully be hitting 59k encounters next Monday. This is Thursday. It's the last stream of the week. Hopefully it's been a fun week. Hopefully it's been entertaining. There's been a lot of crazy stuff that happened this week. Wait a minute on PokeMMO, like the quote-unquote shiny lock stuff. There's been some other like weird. I need to make a video. Someone apparently got a Shalfa T-Tar, the first one in the game. That was a big deal. But anyways, I'm gonna call it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like if you enjoyed the video, dislike if not. Subscribe for daily videos. I upload every single day on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. And if you want to go above and beyond, if my content has earned it from you, whether it's been helpful or entertaining enough, and you can afford it, that's important to me. YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo allow me to do it. Allow me to be here. Thank you all so much. Have a great day. Much love to you, and I wish you guys the best of luck in PokeMMO, okay? Don't go as dry as me. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Reno. Hey, thanks so much for watching the entire video all the way to the end. I really appreciate that, and I hope it was a positive asset to your day. And I also want to quickly say extra thank you to everybody whose name is on this list and goes above and beyond and allows me to do what I do. Thank you very much. Have a good one.